Yo, what is up, Crockxen clan members, Legend of Korra fans, and others who have stumbled upon this video? I'm SoresanCrockxen, and today we're going to be doing episode 4 review for Legend of Korra, which I gotta admit, was pretty good. I personally feel that Korra is going in a great direction right now. Season 2 was season 3, for me personally, was subpar, and now the start of this book was kind of for me lame, but these last two episodes have really made me invest a lot more. Like I've been more emotionally invested in these last two episodes. And that's not just, I mean, Toph is a big part of it, but the way they've been playing out the episodes really just, it pulls me in, which is what I need in this type of show. Like Avatar had we're not gonna talk about Avatar because that's gonna be a video like at the end of the series. But anyways, so the episode is essentially just we have Jinora, Ikki, and Milo on the search for Korra. As we figured, we found out at the end of the last episode, Tenzin sent them off. Milo is still showing why he's my favorite of the kids. Like this man, oh my gosh, he's so hilarious. I needed this. I gotta say that's the part of it. Like the interaction with the kids, we didn't see too much of it before. So I'm glad that we're getting the dynamic again, and especially like because each one has a thing that makes them shine. And so like the thing with Milo is the thing that I've always loved about Milo is that he's just freaking hilarious and he speaks his mind. This man he doesn't give a shit about anything. He just says everything straight up. So essentially, what was happening is that they were going to go on the mission, right? They were all talking. Like their mom was worried, of course, because that those are her babies, and they're going to go, by themselves off to find Korra. And then like Milo's like, it's okay, mom, we got this, okay? We're gonna live off the land, and like, cause she's like, she has food. She's like, we're out gonna be adventuring. We need to live off the land. And she was like, but I made your favorite. And it's like this little dumpling type of thing with has like faces on them. And he's like, well, I guess we're not adventuring yet. I guess I'll take that right here. And just, it was funny. And then like obviously Jinora is the oldest, and she's the one that's actually an air master. And like Tenzin's like, okay, so Jinora is the leader. She's the boss. She makes up all the rules. And Milo's like, I don't take orders from any man or girl. And he just like, and then he's like, let's go. And oh my gosh, it's so. I mean, I laughed. Perfectly honest. And then they go. And then they go on their search. And essentially they do like this kind of like, they start showing them getting to certain places and doing all that stuff where they try to, Janora's trying to, concentrate, like by meditating to, how she's the only one that can actually like separate her spirit from the body and look around. So basically she's trying to connect with Korra's spirit. And then the other two decide, they're going to go around town or around the city, wherever they are at, to like talk to the people there to see if they've seen Korra. And like the first one, like Milo's like as soon as they land, it's like this little platform in the air, and like Milo's like, oh my gosh, I've been holding my pee for an hour, like books it, and then Jinora goes into the specific part of the platform to meditate, and he's just like right there, just bugging her, like, did you do it? Did you find Korra? Why does it take so long? Like, that type of nonsense. And then Milo's like, I want to go with the lemur thing, and we're gonna go into town and ask some people. And then Ikki's like, yeah, let's go. And they leave. And then Janora's like, finally, guys, shut up. And so they go search. And this is the coolest thing, because he's like, we're going to show this poster I drew of Korra. And I was expecting, one of those really, like, cutie drawings, where they're, like, really bad. But you can still, like, maybe if you, like, glance it in a certain light, you can kind of picture the person they're talking about. But no, the thing looked exactly like Korra. And I'm like, damn, this guy's got drawing skills. He's like 10. I can't even draw stick figures, right? And this 10-year-old is like drawing like masterpieces and stuff. It was so, and like Iki was surprised. He's like, I didn't know you could draw. He's like, you don't know a lot about a lot of things about me, little big sis. And they're like, leave. Oh my gosh, that was so funny. And then like he's trying to act all like cool and awesome and stuff. And Korra having her thing with Toph. They're kind of doing the lazy thing. Like how we know how Toph is. Toph is like weird when it comes to like training methods and stuff. She was like that with Aang, to be quite honest. And so, like, she's like taking it easy. She's like laying on her rocks, and Cora's like, "Okay, what we're gonna do today?" And she's like, "You're looking at it." She's like, "We didn't do anything yesterday. We didn't do anything the day before. How the heck am I supposed to do anything? We don't do anything." She's like, "Fine, go get me some freaking mushrooms so we can make dinner. Like, go." She basically the guide like says, "Go this way, and then go there, and turn there, and then find them, and make sure you get the best ones." And then of course, they go back to like the Janora and the other kids. They're like flying around, going places. They do like a little small montage type of thing. They go to like this one town, and then Milo's like Milo like there's like this chick, right? There's like this little like I'm probably like around his age, maybe like 1 or 2 years older than Milo. She's out there in the streets like handing flowers to people. I don't know if she was selling them, but I mean she didn't have like a place to put money, so I'm guessing she was just giving flowers away. And Milo just like floats down while she's looking the other way. She's like, "Hey, can I trust you?" She's like, "Yeah, sure, I guess. I'm on a top secret mission. I'm trying to find the Avatar." And like pulls out his drawing. He's like, "Wow, a secret mission." And he's like, "Have you seen her?" No, sorry, I haven't seen her. And he like basically starts sweet talking her. I have to like, whoa, look at Milo. Like he's getting all the girls, man. Look at this man. He's like smooth talking to her, like it was crazy. And then Iki shows up. He's like, "Hey, Iki's looking for us. I guess we gotta go." And she's like, well, I guess you gotta get back to your mission." And like gives him a flower, and like pats his head. And then he looks at Iki. "You just ruined this. That was the love of my life." And I was like, "Milo, calm down, bro." It was the funniest. Oh my god, Milo! Like I said, Milo. This episode showed why he's my favorite of all the kids. Like, he's just hilarious. And then they go to the next area, and they end up going to like this little like foresty type of place. Like they're like in a clearing technically, but there's like trees, and then there's like, technically like a forest. And like Milo threw away the food. Like Iki's like questioning what the food is, and Milo's like, "I threw it away. We're gonna go hunting." And Iki's like, "Milo, we're vegetarians. We don't hunt." He's like, "No, we're gonna go live off the land." He's like, "Now I'm gonna go find us some grub." And I'm like, "Dude, this man just threw away the food." And Janora's like pissed, like, "Shut the fuck up! I'm trying to meditate over here." And Milo like leaves to go find food, and Iki goes the other way, and upset and everything. And then they do this whole thing where Iki's like she's just mad, man. And then she's like walking through the forest, and she like airbends like all how people when they get angry just start throwing fists around and screaming their lungs out. That's kind of what she did. She just airbended like past the grass, and then there's like this tiny squirrel trying to eat a nut, and it's just like, "Oh my gosh, my my hiding place has been found." And like she's like, "Oh no, I'm sorry, are you okay?" And the thing just drops its food, and I books it up a tree and just starts flying off. There's a flying squirrel. And she's like, "But you forgot your breakfast." She's like grabs the nut and starts flying starts flying behind it, and the thing like outmaneuvers her. She like crashes, and I don't know if she hit a branch or what, but she ended up crashing into the ground. And then the thing flew back and like licked her face off, because she had, I don't know if it was honey or something on her face. She's like, "I guess we're friends." And then she gets caught by like these earthbenders that are probably like the Kuvira squad. And they like tie her up, and then they take her to like their base, and they start questioning her. She's like, "We're not here to spy. Our father Tenzin sent me and my brother and my sister to go find the Avatar and all that stuff. And we just gotta find her, otherwise she's gonna be mad." And like they start, they basically like the two. Cause there's only two guys. they start like the bigger one starts talking about how they kidnap the three kids. Kuvira's gonna give them a promotion and get them out of the freaking area. And they're like, oh, nice. And he's the other dude. It's like the other dude's kind of nice. Like he's one of those like nice guys, and then the other guy is just looking out for himself. I mean, granted, he just wants to get the heck out of there. So he wants to get out of there anyway. Any way. The other guy's like trying to. He's gonna make it as comfortable as possible, and they're both gonna try to make her spill beans of where the others are. It's the funniest thing. And then they go do that stuff, right? And they talk about it. She's like, I don't want to even talk to those two anymore. I don't want to see them. And she's mad. Alright. And I'm just going to finish talking about their stuff so I can bring the Korra stuff and then, like, the uniting thing. What ends up happening is that Jinora can't find Korra. Milo gets poisonous fruits and actually ends up throwing up. This is the funniest thing. I mean, not that throwing up is funny. I hate throwing up, but like, it's just funny because he thought it was just good. He just ended up puking because of lemur puked. I was like, oh my gosh, that's funny. They can't find Inky. They basically go save her, but by accident because the two guys actually ended up helping her figure out where Korra is. And the thing is, like Milo and Jinora just like bashed the door in, just airbended those two guys to the ground, and like knocked them out. And Iki's like, "What are you guys doing? They were helping me out, even though she was tied up. Like they were helping me out. Well, I figured out what Korra is, and they're gonna go over there." And then here's the thing that I actually liked about the episode. The one thing I hated about Book 3 that was completely stupid and random for them to do was the whole fact when she was getting poisoned by Zahir, she started having vivid images of Amon and Tonraq, or not Tonraq, Unalaq. That made no sense. Like at that point in time, none of that made sense. It was completely random and completely stupid, and there was no purpose for that even happening. This time, what essentially was happening is that she was in the fog, or she was in the swamp area, and when she went through like this clearing, she started seeing visions of Amon taking her bending away, Unalaq taking Ravi away, and then Zahir taking her life away. The way they did it, I was kind of like I was mad to see them again. But then I was like, no, okay, let's calm down here. They're not doing this to unite anything. They're just proving her psychological issues. So I was okay with it. This is the only time they can do it. They can't try to put the villains together because there's nothing that really connects them. That was the thing that made the one Book 3 made no sense because they were trying to put all the villains together when they didn't go together. They're not united. They don't do anything. The whole Red Lotus bullshit made no sense because we didn't have any real clear vision that was a thing. So that's why I was mad at that and not this. I'm just clarifying. The point is, Toph talks to her about her trying to let go of her past and so that she can move on to the future and all that stuff. This is basically I don't know if you guys remember. There was the one swamp in the original series where all of them got split up and started seeing visions of somebody else. Aang saw Toph, Katara saw... What the heck did Katara see? Can't even remember right now. And then Sokka saw Yui. And so, like, it's that swamp again. So I was like, oh my gosh, it's the swamp. And, like, Toph takes her to the tree, who's in the center, you know, the big tree that has, like, all the roots connected everywhere. And because of, like, Ikki and them, like, got caught in the swamp, and because it dragged them in, just like it did with Aang, and then Korra was able to connect with Jinora, and they found her. They went back to Toph's lair, and she herself was able to get the poison out, and now she's back to normal. And oh my gosh, this is just got intense. Korra, like I said, last episode you guys had a great setup. This is the level of Korra episodes. This is where I want it. So keep at it. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been SoresanCrockxen, and I'll see you guys in future videos.